Monday night na naman. Ano ba yan? Hello, Pilipinas! This is The Bench, and welcome to our huddle, where we offer a layman's view on anything and everything basketball from a bunch of regular dudes who
Uh-huh.
eat, breathe, and sleep hoops. Yan, hoops, like what our homie Jace right there. Say hi, Jay. Hi,
Sam,
Jay.
what's up with the booty?
I started with you this time because you were playing hoops.
Ah!
And of course, yeah, just to shake it all up. And of course, we also have Mike.
What's up? What's up?
Welcome to our show. It's a Monday night. It's November 15, so it's payday. If that means
Sweldo.
anything to if that
Sweldo
means
para sa may
anything
trabaho.
para sa mga trabaho. And so please do like and follow the ones who are viewing our show. If you have not already,
Subscribe
like
to
and
our
follow. Yeah, like our follow our bench live at Facebook, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Bench, so that we can get our own link. Please. How are you guys? How are you guys? You guys have been busy. Before we dive into our first
Mike's the one
segment
who's
here.
been busy. He wasn't in the chat
Busy,
room at
busy,
all,
dude.
man.
Wala. Seven days. No NBA game. Not a single game, dude. Hanggang
Wow!
updates lang ako.
Dude,
Hanggang updates
Julio,
lang ako this week.
Yes,
Julio,
I don't even know what I'm
tanggalin mo na
doing
si
here.
Mike. Walang
Oo nga
magsasabi
eh.
yan.
Hindi,
Oo
hindi.
nga.
Wag.
Oo nga,
Hindi.
dali. Nakapalit. I don't even know what I'm doing here, dude. What am I gonna talk about? Let's go.
Is that how
We
we're gonna
got your
switch
back,
boxes?
man.
I don't know.
Only
I don't
3 weeks
know.
naman
Sige.
out of. We're gonna be talking about the entire
No,
first month
yeah.
of the NBA. There's 3 weeks to watch,
Balik
man.
na natin.
Oh, what's happened to you?
Parang
I don't know,
nagmi-musical
man.
chair tayo.
Yeah.
Nagmi-musical
What
chair
the
tayo.
hell?
Mike
Okay,
is
go.
playing with
What's
the
going
aesthetics.
on? It's not Halloween. Halloween's done, dude.
Yeah. But yes, for today, today we are 4 weeks done in the NBA. So that's technically a month, and we're gonna have our 1 month recap of the season. So our huddle today will be
It's been a
technically
month.
talking about what's been going on for a month. So
Yep.
you want to just deep dive? Let's go. Let's go straight into the standings, and let's not
Let's do
make
it.
people
Let's do it.
see our musical chairs anymore.
Anyone other than me surprised? Anyone other than me surprised Washington's at the top?
Let's start with the East. And
Yeah, man.
let's go
We're
team
here.
by
We're
team.
here, man.
I know.
Yeah.
Washington Wizards are.
9-3, leading the East, man.
What do you guys?
Anyone
Okay,
wanna say something?
I have one. I only have one thing to say is that let's find out on the second month recap if there's still.
Ganyan lang kasimple.
Yeah, di ba?
But hey,
I'm
man,
not.
aren't they at least good enough for maybe 7 or 8? Pwede, no?
I think they're good enough for the
At the
play-in.
end of the, diba?
I don't. I still think that.
Have
The
you-
teams. There are 2 teams below that I still think will rise.
Right.
As you can
Of
see,
course.
Atlanta and the Bucks, and I still actually even believe in the Pacers. So I am still really, really. It's a good start for Washington. I don't think they can sustain
Right.
the pace that
right,
they're
right.
going on now. But what do you
Right.
think, Jay? You like them? I know you like them.
I kind of like them actually. Well, apart from having these Laker boys as part of the roster, who are playing heavy minutes, mind you. I think they'll land somewhere at 7 or 8 actually.
Pwede naman. Yes,
I think-
I think so.
Yeah.
I think one important thing to note though with the Wizards, I'm looking at their game. I'm looking at the past games and the results.
Yeah.
They haven't really faced anyone. They haven't really faced a legit playoff team yet,
Yes.
except for the injured
On the
Bucks.
sked, huh? Good point, Mike.
Yeah, yeah. Except for the injured Bucks, they lost to Brooklyn. They lost
Right,
to Atlanta and Toronto also. Those
right,
medyo ano pa yan, 'di ba? But then
right.
their wins
These are
came
what
from
we would
Boston,
expect to be
Yeah.
playoff teams.
yeah, Indiana,
I know
Toronto,
they beat
Memphis,
Indiana. I'd like to see it.
Cleveland, Orlando, yeah.
They look
So,
fun. It's just that weird lang ha. They have two players pa in supposed to be coming back before the end of the year, ha? Finn Hachimura and Bryant.
right.
Right,
I
right.
don't know how much that will affect. They have logjam at forward
I
slot,
would
dude.
think not a lot, except for fortifying the bench, because
Yeah,
I don't
siguro.
think
Yeah.
Hachimura would play well enough to upset Kuzma at the starting lineup.
No, but
Kuzma
that's
though,
what.
and having Hachimura replace him would be amazing. That's essentially the same kind of player, you know. Both can shoot really well, has
Would you
distance,
put what's
can
Kuzma averaging?
dribble, can
Would you
go to
put
the
Kuzma as
basket.
one of the most improved players?
I
Possibly.
can't put him at most improved player, but he's certainly getting enough shots and enough playing time with the Wizards, and so
Yeah.
he's playing decently at least, or at least what we'd expect coming from a heavier rostered Lakers.
Number two, of course. I mean, do we still have to discuss that they're just right
No,
there?
they're
Right.
where we expect them to be, man.
They
Mhm.
probably even will rise higher
Uh,
Yep.
eventually.
I, I
Diba?
I would like to mention Harden, playing a little better recently. Not that
Yes,
he was
yes.
playing bad, huh? Not that he was playing bad. The guy was
No, but he had a
still getting near triple doubles mostly,
yeah.
or at least averaging that. So, but he's scoring a little more of late. Parang he's shaking off the
He
the new
he had a
rule we
36
spoke
point
about last week.
game.
Right, right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
He did a 36
He
point
did.
triple dub, right?
Yeah,
Was
something
it?
like that. Yep.
Yeah.
So
So, hey, man.
so the Nets are exactly where we expect them to be, and I'm worried
Right.
because the Dubs are playing them next. Patay. Anyway, next number three is the Bulls who beat the Clippers and broke their streak
they
today.
did. They did. They did.
Yes.
They lost to the
Mhm.
Lakers and beat the Clippers. 1-1 in Los Angeles isn't so bad. I think the Bulls are legit. I don't know about being in the top
No,
three.
they
I
lost to the
highly doubt,
Dubs, Jay.
but they're legit, man.
They lost to the Dubs,
No,
not the
I
Lakers.
know. I was talking about LA rather than California. I said LA
Ah,
naman.
okay.
They were 1-1 against the Clippers. They won against the Clips and then sorry, yeah, and lost
Yeah, they
to
won
the
against the
Clippers.
Clips. They lost to the
Yeah,
Lakers, yeah,
yeah,
and the
yeah, yeah.
Dubs.
Right, right, right.
Um,
Okay.
remember we were talking about that they played good teams and then they're playing some hard teams after
Y-
that.
Yeah,
They're
they're
like
Right.
4-4. Actually, I was gonna
Four
say
in four six. Nice one, man.
na the Bulls 9-4 is more impressive actually than the 9-3 of the Wizards right now.
yes, no, I agree with that, especially since the Bulls had a bunch of
Yes, yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes.
yes, yes, yes. Very well put, man.
Next team is also similar for me for the Wizards, but I like them more than the Wizards actually.
Cleveland, huh?
Uh, Cleveland at 9-5 because I just find me naman, I don't think they'll also last at this position, but I just find how their
Yeah,
team is constructed a little very interesting, wherein the
right,
old people are in the bench. So
right. And
go. Sorry.
not and this with all the hullabaloo with regards to Sexton and his contract and all that.
Yeah. Too bad
Yeah,
though that Sexton is out, so he's gonna be out
right,
for a long time with his meniscus
right,
injury.
right, right, right,
I
right.
don't
And
But
know.
actually, to what I was saying earlier, the Cleveland 9-5 is more impressive than the Wizard 9-3. If you look at the teams they've beaten,
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you
they
know,
beat
I
they beat.
agree, man.
they beat Atlanta, they beat Denver, they beat the Clippers,
Yeah,
they beat
There you
Charlotte,
go.
they beat
All contenders.
they beat New York, they beat Boston. Yeah,
Mm.
and then yung iba
yeah.
medyo
I
ano
just
na.
find it really funny because well, I know Markkanen's injured now, but when Markkanen wasn't injured, it was so funny how they had that 7 foot front court, and you have 6'10" Kevin Love coming in and replacing any one of those 7-footer
It's
front
huge.
court, whether from center to small. It was just funny. I found it hilarious. And then you had Sexton and Garland, and then you had Ricky Rubio coming in, replacing any of the young ones at any guard position also. So
Right.
I find them a very interesting team. And hey, we have a viewer, Jay Zyko. Thank you for showing. I mean, for coming
Oi!
on the show.
You know.
I think Yon,
What's up, Jai? What's up, Tukayo?
and he
Hello,
puts
the booties.
Evan Mobley for Rookie of the Year, which yes,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
do agree.
dude. Pare,
We were
kaya
just-
ayaw i-trade sa akin ni Julio eh.
We were just
Kaya
talking
lang
about him
subok na
before
ako
the
eh.
stream. Medyo nagnenego yung dalawa na yan.
We were-
Para for
On
fantasy.
fantasy.
But I hope Jay, what's that? Well, Jay Zyko, we were talking about
right.
that it's a battle between Scotty Barnes and Evan Mobley for Rookie of the Year. That's what we were talking about before
I
we went
think
on
so,
the air.
man.
Diba?
I think so.
Next, your team, Jay, or at least your favorite to come out of the East, the Miami Heat.
Miami. Yeah, Butler's been playing medyo hurt, so
Butler, it has been hurt.
yeah, I'm not worried. I'm not worried. They're at fifth, man. That's
Yeah.
Pareho
they're-
ba sa
yeah.
pareho ba sa hurt yan ni Ben Simmons o ibang hurt? Totoong hurt
ibang,
yan.
what's that? Ibang. I do have a take
Sakit
though.
yata ulo nun eh.
There is something though I want to say about
Hindi, yung
Miami.
feelings, dude. Hurt yung feelings. Ano
Hurt
ba?
yung feelings. Dude, parang kay Carlos Celdran yan. Hurt feelings daw yung church.
Di ba? Yan yung makita mo, injury
Natingin
back.
ko lang,
Di ba?
naisip ko lang.
Parang ganon. Injury back. Dapat yun meron ng
Aha.
feelings. Di ba?
New York,
wait, no,
sort of where they're supposed to be.
No, but can I just say that I don't think Miami pala for me is only I feel they look really vulnerable when there's no Jimmy Butler. Is that safe to say?
Do they? I do also.
Diba?
I
Parang
do
it's not-
Yeah.
also. If Butler's not there, Lowry has to step up. No?
Yeah. Okay. Well, you wanted to go down the list, right? So Sixers. Can we move on? It's that we expected.
We
that,
kind of deep dived into the Sixers last week. So yeah.
and it
I
just
think
shows that
would
they
be
really
good.
can't keep it up without
was
Embiid and all
Embiid's
that.
been
Yeah.
injured, so
Mm-mm.
yeah.
We
That's
voodooed them to
understood.
4 straight losses from what it looks like.
Charlotte had a big game against the
Yeah.
Dubs.
Today, yes.
And
So
the
they're in
Dubs,
the mix.
they're only their second win of loss. Of the
Second
season,
loss.
I mean, yeah.
What
That was
about New
pretty
York?
good. I watched the game. I got to finally watch the whole entire Dubs game against Charlotte earlier, and that was a lot of fun.
That was a good
The
game.
Dubs, the Dubs really shot poorly.
Horribly.
Fourth quarter was super bad, man. But I must say the Dubs D was amazing enough to have kept them in the game most, if not the entire fourth quarter. So
That's true.
they still had a chance, man. Less than a minute coming in.
So what do you think the chances of Charlotte are? You think they're a playoff team as compared to the Wizards?
They could be. They could be a very good fringe playoff team. And whoever they face in the first round, I think they'd at least tire out at the very least because this team runs, man. They're fun to watch.
I suppose we're skipping the New York Knicks.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay, good.
What
about that's it. What about the Raptors?
Raptors again? Yeah, Dana.
Jay! Okay, akala ko you were gonna talk about them.
Though, so.
Akala ko you were gonna say something about this. Kinip mo yung Knicks, tapos mag-uusapan natin Raptors. Ano ba yan?
Chinese, pare. Pareho lang yan. Pareho lang yan.
Okay.
Okay.
And
Next.
some Celtics. Same
Wait.
shit.
I will
Everyone
group-
predicted them to sort of flounder because
No, but
they're
I'll group
there's
3
something
teams
amazing,
before we
man.
talk about the Bucks. I'll group the Celtics, the Pacers, and the Hawks. Where do you see them despite this really, really what seems to be a bad start? Who will stay bad? Who will stay floundering? And who will rise up and eventually be?
obviously, the Bucks are gonna rise up, man.
No, dude, mamaya lang yung
Middleton's
Bucks.
gonna be
Bucks
back
are
soon.
sure.
No. We're talking about the
Yeah.
Celtics, the Pacers, and the Hawks.
Yeah,
Ah.
Celtics, Pacers, and Hawks muna.
with me, Atlanta and the Pacers have a better chance than the Celtics of moving up, and that's that's saying a lot because I've really liked this team for quite some time, but they're kind of imploding, man. New coach, new GM with Brad. I don't know if it's just adjustments, but there's
I don't like
something
the way the
there,
Celtics
man.
play.
There's something there.
I don't
Yeah,
I
same,
I
same.
I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jay. When I watch the Celtics, it's like you have Marcus Smart, Jalen Brown, and Tatum all doing the same thing,
Right,
It
but not
is.
right,
They're,
helping each
right,
other.
right. You
Diba?
would think
they are
though. You
redundant.
would think though. Any Sponklong fan would think that lineup would should work, right? It should work because they should be complementary. But it's just not that.
It's not
Weird, man.
working.
It's
Yeah.
weird. Yeah.
Actually, I'd say the Hawks have probably the ones that will rise up. I'm medyo iffy about
The
the
most.
two, just because
Right.
they both have
Same.
new coaches, new system. I'm really iffy. If I don't know, they're playing bad enough that maybe they figure it out somewhere along the way. But
Right.
for a new system and kids basically playing this new system, iba kasi if you have a medyo savvy veteran na there who will lead the way with
Right.
the new system. But when you have kids and sa- change everything up all of a sudden, parang it'll take a
Yes.
while for them to
Right.
figure that
Right.
out.
Right.
For the
Right.
Hawks naman, well, ito like, di ba, it's funny, the Trae Young quote na talagang mukhang tinatamad lang talaga sila.
Yeah, but I'm worried about the Hawks also. Even though he says that he had to score 40 today to beat the Bucks, dude. And
I
that's
think
even
they're
Bucks
just really
without
fucked up
Middleton.
because of the
Pa.
rotation, in my book.
Yeah, but you think
It's
that
got
this
a lot to do with that rotation,
but that's Nate
especially the
McMillan already,
positions of
huh? That's
Herter,
the
Hunter, and
Uh,
Reddish.
okay. So we don't
Hey,
have to talk
let's
about the Bucks,
uh
right?
yeah, let's switch
I
to the
mean,
West.
yeah, no, but that's why. Yeah. So the Bucks,
Yeah,
I think we're safe to say that they'll be up there
yeah,
once they all come
yeah,
back.
man. I don't
yeah.
think
Yeah.
anyone's expecting them to be there.
Yep. Okay. So in the West,
Dubs still
the
leading,
Dubs, the Dubs who
still
just lost
leading.
today,
Lost
they're leading.
lost a really close game. I might say.
But
I
I
might
will
have to
say,
say
huh?
they
I
lost a
will say
close
this.
game with really bad shooting, but it was still winnable for the
Yep.
longest time before the game ended. So
But I will say this
there's
also.
nothing to
If you look at
worry
the
about there. That's all. That's all to me. That's all.
yeah, there's nothing
You
yet
know.
to worry about. But if you look at the
Yeah.
Dubs at 11-2, check out who will be a game away if they beat Minnesota tomorrow. Phoenix is
Tomorrow,
facing
Phoenix.
Minnesota tomorrow.
I'm not
And
surprised. I have Phoenix. I have Phoenix in my top three.
I had Phoenix number 1 in my prediction. So
There you
Phoenix
go.
right
I think
now.
I have them at number two, if I'm not mistaken.
So, but diba, we weren't hearing a
Yeah.
lot from Phoenix in the start of the season. Parang
Right.
relax lang sila. Then all of a sudden, if you look,
Right.
boom,
Right. Right.
they're
Right.
right
Right.
there, 9-3,
I
Phoenix
I wasn't
Suns.
worried where they'd be because of the roster they have, because of where they just came from,
And
being in the
because Aiton's
finals
not
and all
playing,
that. That's a high, man,
And
for any
Aiton's
player.
not playing pa,
Aiton's not playing.
Yeah.
and they have
Hey,
the drama also in
I
the
have to
front
mention.
office.
You're right, and I have to mention JaVale, dude. Today was amazing.
Yeah, dude, they're taking turns.
What was
JaVale
that?
and
Javel
19
and
points,
Kaminsky. Yep.
14
and
boards,
Kaminsky.
something like that, dude.
Dude,
Couple
Kaminsky
blocks.
had a 31-point night the other day.
Yeah, yep.
There you go.
Oh,
There
so
you go. The
sino
fillers
may init?
are stepping up.
They're McGee and Kaminsky are taking turns being better than Aiton.
Right.
Love.
And that's actually, diba, we were talking about that after the finals. That's
What?
exactly what they need. They need a
Yeah,
backup big.
Big.
yeah. They got it
But
with
yeah.
JaVale, man. Yeah.
But we'll see. They have ownership problems now with the
Yep,
investigation. So
yun
we'll
na.
see.
So,
We'll
Right.
see what happens. But they're still
Right.
up
What
there. They're
about
number 2 right now. What about this, dude? 5-game
Oh,
win. Okay, Phoenix is on an 8-game winning streak.
uh-huh.
Denver, who does not have
Uh-huh.
Jamal Murray
Murray
and
still, yeah.
Michael Porter Jr. are on a 5-game winning
Couple
streak.
games, yeah.
The
Hey, your
MVP.
favorite player, Aaron Gordon, stepped up. He's had some pretty good
He's had
friggin'
some
games,
okay, yeah.
man.
Dude, but that's Aaron Gordon. When there's no one left to play, that's when he'll step up, diba? Ganyan
No,
siya eh.
but if I can point out a player who's really stepped up and who should be picked up in fantasy, if you still haven't, friggin' Barton, dude, he's been solid
Well,
for
yes.
Denver.
Yep.
Yeah,
Well, there's no one kasi left in
that's I
Denver
think that's
talaga.
the
Uh,
player that really stepped up for them, huh?
Dude, there's no one really left in Denver.
No,
Denver
but
is
Barton
Jokic
still
doing
had to,
everything.
come up with the
Dude,
game he had.
it's
Game.
Monte. You know that you know who you should pick up actually. I was thinking if I picked him up in my other league. That what's his name? Bones. What's his name? The guy who that point guard. What's his name? Bones Highland or something. That
Highland.
yeah. That's how much players they don't have. Or that's how
Yeah.
little they have the
Right,
land. They're playing
right,
Bones
right.
Highland
And they're at
and
9-4,
Jeff Green.
man.
I know that's
That
why.
says a
Because
lot about Jokic, huh?
yes. That's
Huh?
where I was
Doesn't
going
it?
with that. Says a lot
Doesn't it?
about Jokic.
Yeah, man.
Says also a lot that
Definitely.
Dallas is 8-4, right there with
I was going there. Yeah, man. High
yeah.
up then. High up then. That's surprising to me, huh? I'm not a I'm not saying I'm not a Dallas fan, but this is surprising for me, man.
More
Utah, I
surprising than
think should
Utah.
be
Yeah.
yeah,
More
yeah.
surprising than
Utah
Utah
should
kasi
be higher up, man.
this is
Utah
their
hasn't really
forte, the
been playing
regular
all that
season.
well.
And
Right.
they've been having a hard time. Jordan Clarkson, our kababayan, has been having
Uh-huh.
horrible season so far.
Yes. Well, I
Shooting
guess this
wise.
is the effect na rin of being sixth man of the year and everyone,
And then people
guarding him
knowing na,
uh,
yeah, diba?
with the
That's
Right.
target in the
No, we
back.
have to pay attention. Right,
but I
right.
mean, as we're going down the list here, nothing is still surprising. Well, surprising in the sense, but these are your playoff teams technically in the West. It's just that it's a matter of seeding na lang and where exactly they're going to
Position,
end
Mm.
up.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised with Utah being that low. Surprised with Dallas being that high. 1, 2, and 3 though. That's not a surprise. At
Yeah.
least based on the
Uh,
way they've been playing so far.
Utah just lost a couple, but dude, Utah goes on a 2 to 3 game or a 5 game winning streak. They're right up
Right.
there again in
Mhm.
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
standings
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I want to go Jay next um to the two LA teams that are at 6 and 7.
Yeah, man. I'm surprised with the Clippers. I must say, I'm not a fan, but PG's been playing really well, dude.
PG.
With a bunch of medyo patapon players, right? I mean,
Do you know what
Kawhi's
they're
been
calling?
absent
Yeah.
uh, since day one. So,
Do you know what they're calling the Clippers? Now they're
huh?
calling like the Clippers as really, really scrappy, overachieving team. It's like that's been their
Yippee-yippee-doo!
yes, Shaggy.
But but wasn't that their persona already? I mean the in the
Oh,
last
That was
2 years
it
they
used
haven't.
to be. Last week we mentioned this with, 2 weeks ago, we mentioned this with Doc Rivers, diba? Na he'd coach crappy teams really
No,
well.
even no
I don't
even
know
even the
about
last two
Tyrone Lue
years.
though. I think it's really PG, huh? Uh, I know it's not the popular opinion in the chat group and shit, but
no, I don't know. PG's playing really, really
PG's
well.
been
That's it.
really
Yeah.
balling. Yeah.
No,
Considering
no,
he
pero
almost lost the game earlier also twice with 2 consecutive turnovers to end, the
the
last
thing
two
is
minutes of the game,
they
man.
were always scrappy naman. I think it's getting magnified now because the glue of their defense is not playing.
Can,
Right,
So
yeah, but can I just
right.
say
But
also that they were always? Well, I think you got it. Okay, I'm not gonna correct you, but they were always scrappy. I don't know about scrappy.
yeah, no,
I
forget about the S. just
Take the
short
S
way
out
to
and
crappy.
guaranteed they were crappy since.
Well, they're crappy in the playoffs, dude. But come on, you can't say they're not
Yeah, regular
scrappy.
season. That's
Yes, okay, fine,
surprising for
fine,
me, man.
fine. They're scrappy
Lakers,
and
Well,
THT
wala na
crappy.
played
kasi yung
earlier.
wala na yung makulit nila na scrappy kasi, 'di ba?
Right, right.
The all he brings is scrappy. That's his thing.
He looks like Scrappy Doo.
Exactly.
Happy that we do.
uh,
Oh, Jay, your Lakers looking
Yeah,
good.
no,
Ah.
the Lakers. I'll say the Lakers. THT finally played today. He started. Melo started today, which was a little weird. I'd still rather keep. Well, of course, Melo goes back to the the second unit once LeBron starts playing. But I like how I saw that kind of rotation with THT there. Now I'm wondering once Nunn and Ariza comes back. Hopefully they get to play soon also. So we'll
This
see.
is okay.
But it's still a. We've been harping. I've been harping about the Lakers being really old, not being able to sustain a high paced game against the likes of Charlotte or whatever. But hey, we beat Charlotte recently, so I think the Lakers are okay for now. I'm not too hyped up about it. I'm not too down on it either.
Can I say something about that before we move to Memphis?
Yeah,
I was told you so. Anyway,
yeah. Oh, hey, but you know me, man.
I
I'm
know,
not
I
a half
know.
glass
Huwag mo na.
filled or
You're
less
not
Oo,
filled
ikaw
kind of
half
talaga
guy. I'm
Si Jay
more.
half
has a
glass
pros.
old, half
Si
glass young. Hindi ka half glass
Really?
ah,
young. But
si
I
Jay
think
has a
Ah,
process, dude. Wala mo na. May
yeah, okay,
process.
okay.
He has a process of
Yeah,
figuring
yeah.
out these
Memphis,
things.
Memphis sort of expected. Dylan Brooks is back. I don't
But
know
they were
how that will
expecting
affect the
Memphis
rotation, but
to
I'm
do
not gonna
better.
expect him to fucking
Well,
turn
he's
the Memphis
starting.
Grizzlies into a contender.
No, but
But
Brooks is starting. John
he
Morant. In fact,
will start. He will start.
a
Yeah.
lot of media were high kasi because of John Morante, and now it's kind of showing
Yeah.
that not yet. They just
Uh,
lost three straight,
No,
and
I mean, yeah, he may
let,
be a really,
let's
really good player, an all-star in my opinion, but to carry a team that are also mostly young folks, man,
yeah.
not just yet, man. Yeah.
Portland. Portland for me is exactly where Portland should be
Right.
in the
I
in
actually
the
don't have them on
play-ins.
in the playoffs.
Yeah,
I
but yeah,
actually
if
don't have them making the playoffs.
but this is they're in the play-in right now, so there's a chance ka talaga right now.
Play
Even the
in, yeah, sure, but
you
not
know.
the playoffs outright.
OKC nasa play-in din.
okay, can I just make one
Somebody's
comment?
happy. Our friend
No, no,
Mike is happy.
no.
San
We'll get to that. We'll get to
Antonio is
that. I,
13.
I'll make one comment lang about this 10 and 11 slot because I mean, I always gripe on him that can you imagine? Can you imagine that we all the Kings are trying to win, huh? This is no joke. The Kings are trying to win and Luke Walton still cannot get them over
Yeah, man.
Oklahoma. What's up with that, man?
Uh, sayang because they have really good players, huh?
I think
They
I think
they
they have
have
really good
really good
players
players.
already.
It's a very young
Yeah.
team. Fine, so we allow them some, transgressions here and there as a
Uh,
team, but
you guys wanna
still, if
you guys wanna call it na if Walton will get fired by the end of the season.
If the Kings
I'll
don't make
call
the
it,
playoffs
I'll
this
call it.
year,
Yeah, I'll call it.
go. I'll second your
Yeah,
call.
yeah, man.
Diba?
Yeah, man.
You will you triple down on the call, Mike?
Yeah, ako,
You
yeah.
called it first.
I called it first. Nga. I was asking you guys if you guys
Inang,
will call it na.
you called it inangkin ko para kunin ni Jay, but in reality, it was really yours. I got it.
Hey, there's another team though that I feel is also playing, not trying to lose, not tanking, but playing.
Who?
Minnesota. Minnesota. They feel they have enough to have a go at it. But
Supot yan, Jay. Potso yan,
no,
Jay.
no, we all know, man. We all know that's an easy call for us, man. But really, though, based on how the players are reacting to losing games, based on what I've seen, based on interviews with the players, with the coaching staff, they expect to win.
Yeah, well,
Potso yan, Jay. Can you not mess with
Yeah, dude.
what I'm trying to do this season? I'm trying to do something this season. Don't mess it up,
Meron
Jay.
pala
Don't mess it
siyang
up.
ulterior
Oo. Hindi
motive
mananalo yan.
doon.
Babagsak sa baba yan.
before we
4849 eh. 49
Before-
Oo
yan.
eh.
Sinasabi ng kasama
before we
namin
leave
dito.
before we leave the standings, I will ask na lang Mike this about the San Antonio Spurs. How do you feel about Chet Holmgren?
Who?
I don't wanna think about it. Ayoko muna
know
mag-window
what?
shopping.
You know-
Job's not done. Job's not
Shut-
done.
Chet Holmgren is the consensus, one of the consensus.
Oh,
Yeah.
Consensus
Yeah,
number
yeah.
one draft pick for next year. He is that 7'1" mobile big man who is now
Right.
playing for Gonzaga,
Right.
who's 18
I don't want to
years
window
old.
shop yet. I don't want to.
Shop.
Ayoko pa. 13 games in, dude. I'm not gonna
Baka
window
daw
shop
maano
yet.
eh.
Chet- interesting
Baka
tidbits that
maudlot. Baka maudlot.
for the mga people who are watching who are also yung mga Gilas fans and all that. I'm sure they know
Yeah.
the name
Yes.
Chet, Chet Holmgren because he's the one before being tinatapat before ni what's his name? Not Japet Aguilar, hindi si Japet.
No,
What's his
Kai.
name? Kai Soto.
Kai Soto. Yeah, they had a very similar
Right,
game.
right.
Sabay-sabay silang growing up and they were being touted for these really young and tall players even before pa. And so now Kai is in the Australian League and you have Chet Holmgren entering the draft na going to Gonzaga.
Right.
So
Hey,
we'll see now where, if Kai
any of
gets
you
to
still have
make
any
some
of you
headway.
still
Yep.
have a copy of any of you still have a graphic or a copy of our predictions? Maybe
Yeah,
it's
I do.
time
I'm
to
sure.
bring it up also, diba? Since we're here, we're talking about
No.
the standings today, the first month. Let's
Okay.
see where we're at.
Hang on.
Do we have it? Do we have
Diba,
it ba?
diba?
Yeah, I have it. I have to,
Sige,
ano
sige.
lang. Kasi hindi sinabi ni JB before the show.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Sandali.
Do you have
Sandali.
it?
Ganyan
Yes,
tayo
I
dito. Spontaneous and
I have it,
live
but
and unrehearsed.
Spontaneous.
And,
Akala ko
but
akala ko sabihin
prepared.
mo.
Hindi naman
Ganyan tayo
unprepared.
dito, sponklong. Spontaneous pala, spontaneous.
Hang on.
Tapos, Mike comes in naman, spotsu. So, spontaneous, sponklong,
Sponklong na
spotsu.
potsu pa, dude.
No, not potsu, spotsu.
Okay.
Yan, oh. Bilis ni
Yeah,
Mike.
let's
eh.
go.
All right.
Yan.
Yan! Hayop. I have Suns pala on top like Julio.
And yeah, and if the Suns
And then
overtake
the
the Dubs, who is correct
Masyadong
with 1
mataas
and
yung
2?
Lakers ko, pucha.
No, the Lakers I think will still get up there.
No, I put the Dubs too low. The Dubs should be at 3 or 2, maybe even 1.
I think I kept
Diyan ako
insulting them when you
nagkamali.
believed me.
Diyan ako nagkamali. Yan ang big
Alam mo,
difference.
hey, let me point out one thing lang why the
Tapos
Dub.
the same, masyado mataas.
Can I point out there is an explanation why the Dubs are number 1, dude. And can I just point out something here? Who has them? Who had the Dubs
Oh my
last?
god. Oh my god. This
Last?
guy.
EJ!
EJs.
That is why the Dubs are number 1.
May
Diba?
basura voodoo.
You know what? I'm gonna tag EJ to watch this episode because his powers are medyo wild. But you know what, EJ? Please keep it up.
Hindi, tingnan mo pa. Who does he have last in the East?
Anak ng tipaklong. Galing
Bulls,
talaga ng
di ba?
powers
And si
niya.
Bulls, lumaratsyada din si Bulls, di ba?
I had them last also, but I had them in there.
Okay, but let's put it this way. It's
Kamali
only,
ako dito sa Celtics, man.
relax,
Celtics,
Jay. It's only
mukhang
1
lower
month.
than
It can
five.
still move.
No, I get that.
Wala yun.
Yan ang
Wag mo muna.
Yan ang
Wag mo
akin.
muna i-voodoo yan. Matagal pa yan. Matagal pa.
Walang voodoo yan. Celtics, voodoo ko, paki ko dyan. Kalaban yan eh. Lakers, toys.
Lakers toys.
Lakers, toys.
You know what? Okay, so I mean, oh, it's not pala
Oh,
shared anymore,
recap
but
tayo, recap
no,
tayo.
recap,
Let's
recap.
let's recap and talk about our ano, isa tayo. Let's talk about what we've seen so far, what maybe we see happening in the future or whatnot for the league regarding
Let's go, Mike.
teams, regarding who might be there.
Well,
Mike,
ako,
mauna ka na,
again, it's
mauna ka
early
na.
days. Di ba? We're a month in, early days. Yeah, man. I'm still holding on to my predictions. I think,
You are, ah.
I think there's a lot of factors this year besides injuries. There's the ano sama mo na yung bola, yung bagong bola, the new rules and all that, and new coaching, the coaching changes, and ano, it's early days, and the powerhouse teams like the Lakers and the Bucks are out of sorts
Powerhouse ka talaga eh.
because of because of injuries then, 'di ba? So there's so many factors that are not normal to, you know, to a totally healthy season. So
Right, right, right.
maaga pa, maaga pa. I see the usual suspects going up later on in the season.
You, you
Ikaw,
or me,
Julio.
Jay? Me?
Ikaw na.
Um,
Yeah.
the East for me is a lot more interesting than the West after a month. The West, I just think it's a matter of positioning, and I think that will all sort
Right.
itself out.
Right.
But the East, I really don't know. I can tell you honestly, I don't know. I just think, but I don't know where the Cavs and the Wizards and the Hornets will be
Right,
vis-a-vis or versus Atlanta,
Mhm.
Indiana, and the
right,
Celtics. Those three right there, I'm like, I can easily see those younger three teams be the ones who pasok, and these even Atlanta has had to say out all of a sudden because it's gotten that competitive in the East already.
yeah.
So
Mas maraming wild cards nga, 'di ba? I
yeah,
mean,
Right.
it's more
Right.
straightforward in the West actually.
yeah, the West is pretty much that. I'm not expecting Sacramento to really make
Yeah.
a
Mhm.
rise up in the standings, but that's
No,
how I
not
see
at
it
all
after
nga.
1 month. I enjoy watching the East games now, even going like every day sa League Pass. I enjoy, it's gonna be like
Same.
Cavs and Celtics. Are the
Right.
Cavs legit? And then they beat the
Right.
Celtics. Wow, parang ganyan, di
Right.
ba?
Mm.
So that's how I see it. So the West, kind of where I expect it, positioning lang, and the East is a little bit more exciting for me right now. You,
Right.
Senor J.
I agree. I agree with both your points, honestly. In the West, yeah, I see the teams that we kind of all predicted to be there will still be there. There won't be major surprises. Um, like Julio said, positioning I think will just really be the point of emphasis there with regards to ranking and who makes it here and there. Yeah, the Lakers, medyo it really depends on an entire team being there, and like I've said from the onset, depends on how many games they've put behind them, and we'll see how much better the defense can be, rotations can be. They should be sana where the Dubs are already showing where a team should be with regards to movement of the ball, with regards to being on point on defense. I'm surprised, to be honest, with the Dubs being the leader right away. I knew they were a strong team, and Julio was downplaying the Dubs, and to me, nah, man, the Dubs are not a strong,
Well,
strong team. The
I'll say
Dubs will
something
be
after that.
there, and he knew that in his heart. He just wanted to downplay it.
Wait,
um,
after what you say, I'll respond to that. Now? No, I was just gonna say that I didn't downplay the Dubs. I didn't know what to expect until I saw the preseason. That the preseason changed my whole view on them. That's the only thing I was gonna say.
but even the preseason, changed your view already. Galing.
No, the preseason. That's why I
It's
bumped them from 4 all the way up to
right.
2.
See, that's a fan knowing his team,
Actually
man.
nga ngayon, parang I made a mistake with my prediction eh. Now that I'm thinking about it, I should have put the Spurs at 8.
Voodoo naman yan eh.
Ano, just saying. Parang
The East.
naisip ko lang. I'm seeing the ano with EJ's predictions eh. Anyway.
Right,
But
right,
before
right.
before we also go, but since you mentioned about
I
the
haven't
Dubs and the
I haven't
Lakers,
said my piece about the East. Wait
that's
lang.
why that's why I was going. Let's go.
No, like before we go na ka na eh.
Eh, sorry. I didn't know because we were talking about the Dubs. Sorry.
Well,
That was my bad. My
yeah.
bad.
I see a lot of teams in the East that were really strong, maybe not being there. Celtics, Indiana, Toronto won't, but Toronto's I don't know what they're doing really, to be honest. It's like it's they're playing to win, but they should be tanking. So I can't really make them tansya. Indiana is not playing up to expectations. I don't know if that will last. I don't know how long it will take for them to get the new coach's vibe and you know
Carlisle.
yeah. So we'll see. But I'm surprised about Washington. But hey, man, I'm kind of rooting for Washington to be in there. Maski na fringe playoff team.
Is that
Just
okay?
because
Can I
of
ask you?
the yeah,
Is that a semi fu to the Lakers?
yeah, dude.
I'll just
It
put
is,
that in
man.
there.
It is.
Yeah,
It is.
yeah.
It is. It is. You know me all too well, dude.
You would have rather the Lakers kept them because
Atlanta, yeah, Atlanta. I'm surprised where they are. The beginning, I was saying it's because of the weird the way they're playing the rotations of the forwards and shooting guards like Herter, Reddish, and Hunter. Hunter really hasn't, apart from a good 2-3 game start, he's not really played all that well.
he's
But
out with
they're still
injury
benching
again.
Herter, so I'm kind of
Yeah.
parang it's hurting the team rather than ano. So that's where I am with them. But I still think they'll still be in the top five. Celtics medyo laglag that I really feel laglag yan. Bucks up, injuries, all that, they should go up. So I'll put Miami, not in any particular order, but Miami, the Bucks, the Nets, and my surprise team there would be the Bulls, maybe in the top four of the East. That's my
Sounds good. Sounds
Wow.
good. I'm
From
still sticking. Yeah, I'm still sticking to my prediction. We'll still see how it plays out. Actually,
all
okay.
right.
Galing,
So
no? 1 month
yeah,
gone.
man.
How
It's
many?
a lot of fun.
Okay. So before we end the show, we're gonna what? What do we have, Nalan? Just to make it lighter, naman. Before we end it, we're gonna
we
have
have
our meme
our
of the
May
week.
OT.
OT ba tayo?
OT meme of the week.
OT meme.
We can't get enough of Scotty these days.
The street said Scottie Pippen is aging into Chester Cheetah. I cannot unsee it.
I can't, dude. He looks like a cartoon character, but with no character.
Ay, nako, Pip.
Cartoon
Ay.
character with no character, Pip. Dude, mas sikat
What do we
sa'yo si
say
Jai
about
eh. Jai
Scottie
ka na,
Pippen
Pip.
before we wrap up the show? What do we say? I mean, this guy is
Huh? Who
ano,
goes finalist, man? Who goes finalist on the bench?
Well, ako, I have one thing to say lang. Good luck na lang dyan sa libro niya.
LeBron James.
Uh,
Instead of getting more sales out of it with all the shit he's been talking about, he's been saying, I think it's just gonna pull the book further down, man, into the
Instead of
abyss.
instead of him being a very respected NBA vet and all that, he's pulling all these
Right?
controversy towards himself. I don't
Yeah,
get
man.
it.
Yeah, man. Any of you
Anyway.
see his ano? Ayun. Shut up na lang daw sa.
That's the perfect emoji for him right now. He has to zip his mouth, dude.
Ano sabi mo, Jay? Si
Huh?
Pip. This is your joke, di ba? This is your like Michael Jordan in the
Uh-huh.
Bulls. He's the
Uh-huh.
guy. He's the man.
Right. Right.
He's the guy, and Scotty is the Pip.
It's just the pick. Who's the superstar?
Who's the superstar?
Guy.
Si Ate Guy.
Guy.
Si
Ah,
Guy.
si
Si Guy.
Guy.
The guy
Wala
lang,
si
Guy.
Pip. Dude.
Yeah.
Guy talaga
Yeah.
pala.
And on that note, on that
That's how you
note,
close the show.
that's how you close the show. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Jay Psycho, for popping up into our show. Thank
Hey,
you for the
thanks, Jay.
viewers. Again, please share our Munting show to people who like basketball. Please do subscribe to our Facebook,
Akala
The
ko may
Bench.
Ate Guy hugot
Yes,
ka dyan
please.
eh.
De, wala. I was gonna talk
Follow
Tagalog,
us
pero
on Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. There you go.
and may you guys have a wonderful Monday night.
Andy, go ahead.
How
Tapos
serious.
na yung night, eh.
How serious. and formal.
Alright!
Tapusin mo na, Jay. Tapusin mo na. Bago tayo, ano.
Oo nga. As usual, we said it first here on
The Bench!